Today, we're back with Mega Movie Numbers, where we talk physical media by the numbers. This is where we run down the top 20 selling 4K Ultra HD discs of the past week. I give you my thoughts and recommendation on every single title there. And then, of course, we get into all the different disc formats, see how well they're selling in comparison to one another. DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, you name it, we cover it all here. And then, of course, we get into the revenue reports to see the monies that physical media is bringing in from the previous year to this year, just to see how physical media is doing out there, if it's alive and well, or if it's dying a slow death. But before we get into all of that, of course, go ahead and mega smash that like and subscribe, turn that notification bell on, that way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics, because you know you love those physical media numbers just like me. And then, of course, leave in the comments below what title are you predicting as the #1 winner for this week of 4Ks. Let's get right into this list right here. Let's bring it up. Starting at the bottom, we got Jurassic Park from Universal, because there's always so many fancy new editions of Jurassic Park. It's just such a big hot seller. I love that movie. Everybody else does too. So happy to see it selling. Next up, we got Meg 2 The Trench, one I don't love as much. Bonkers fun, I guess you could say. A little too just, terrible writing for me, so couldn't really love that one. Next up, we got The Fifth Element from Sony Pictures. Bruce Willis sci-fi action comedy movie. That one is some fun. Next up, we got The Batman from Warner, because it's all about vengeance, right? I mean, The Batman is just a great 4K disc with that Batmobile scene alone. Next up, we're gonna have Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is selling everywhere all at once apparently, but it's just one of the greatest best picture winners of all time in my opinion. Bonkers and weird, not for everybody, but I get a kick out of it. Next up, we got Saw X, because those people want to play a game out there with this one. Actually, one of the better Saw movies in my opinion, really dives into the John Kramer story, so I enjoyed it. Next up, we got The Flash from Warner, which is sticking around on home video for quite some time. I'm glad people are finally discovering this one. It has some good fan service moments. And then next up, we're going to have a new one here, finally, with The Naked Gun from Paramount. I've never seen this spoof comedy before. I really want to see it. I've heard wonderful things about this one. Next up, we got Dune Part 1 from Warner, because this one always just pops up randomly on the list as people prepare for Part 2. Next up, we gotta have Avatar: The Way of Water. Once again, getting fancy editions out there, which I really did like this sequel. I think it was definitely a really cool theater experience, and it's pretty decent on 4K itself. Next up, we got The Equalizer 3 from Sony Picture. Brutal, gory action. I really like that one. Great franchise there. Next up, we got Barbie from Warner. Not the movie for me, but apparently it's the movie for everybody else. Everybody's just having a party with some Barbie. All right, next up, we got Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 from Paramount. And I don't love Part 1s usually, but there's cool action moments in here, and it definitely got me hyped for Part 2. Next up, we got Top Gun Maverick from Paramount, always selling high, which is really, really good. I'm jumping the gun here, actually. Before that, we had Fast X, right? We can't forget about family on this channel. We know Vin Diesel be sticking around everywhere. So first we got Fast X, which you know is dumb fun. Jason Momoa, great villain. But then after that, we had Top Gun Maverick just flying high. I saw Maverick and I got excited. I jumped a little too quick to that one just because I love Maverick so much. Love to see it so high up on this list. And then next up, we got John Wick Chapter 4 from Lionsgate. Still the best 4K disc of the year. All around the perfect package, as you will. Next up, we got Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse from Sony. Always sticking around on this list, and it's a great movie. Next up, we got to get into our top 3, and we got The Expendables 4 from Lionsgate. That Megan Fox acting absolutely terrible. But there's some cool action moments in there. Just the story overall is just what? No, no, no. Next up, we got a new one here. #2, runner up, WandaVision from Disney and Marvel. I absolutely love this TV series. I wanted the 4K set here, but it sold out on Disney Movie Club. Couldn't get my discount. It made me really, really mad. So who knows if I will ever pick this one up. But the steelbook did look really, really cool. I want to get this one eventually. And then #1, if you predicted it here, let me know if you did get it correct in the comments too. We got Oppenheimer from Universal. Nolan championed this film. I talked about this already, how Nolan really made the difference here for this physical media release. I absolutely love to see that. and it completely destroyed all its competition. So absolutely love this top 20 list of 4Ks here. A good mixture from all the different studios, different genres here. So now let's get into breaking down the market shares. So looking at these numbers here, and wow, things were shaking up drastically since last time. We had those 4Ks with a big dip here, but they're still above the 15%. I'll still take that as a 4K lover out there. And then Blu-rays around the 30% marker, which is still a win. I love to see them above that line. But DVDs have now became king again, back at 50%. I thought they were going to be below that 50% from now on. But DVDs are just so convenient. People are still picking up on them. You go to Walmart, you get some groceries, you get whatever you need there, and you throw in a cheap DVD. It's just how it works these days. So not even the holiday Black Friday 4K sales, Blu-ray discounts could really save the HD formats here. But I'm being dramatic because I think all these formats are doing pretty healthy out there. They're all doing really solid numbers. None of these numbers here overly shock me. Like last week, we're kind of back to the status quo here with these numbers across the board. So, all's well that ends well, I guess, with these numbers this week. But now let's see how much money all of them are bringing in for the physical media world out there. Now looking at total disc sale revenue here, and we can rejoice! We got two things in the green this week. Yeah, love seeing that green, that money. Wow, okay, so for this week ending there, we got about 42 million of the revenue dollars coming in. That is absolutely amazing. Physical media is alive and well. Don't let anybody tell you different. Nolan was championing Oppenheimer. Probably half the money is from that alone. I'm probably exaggerating there, but love to see physical media selling. I think it was a combination of sales, discounts, people loving physical media out there again. The holiday season, it's a Christmas miracle, as it will, but very happy to see that in the green. It's up 3% from the previous same week a year ago. So this week in comparison to the week a year ago, that is awesome. So happy to see that in the green there. Next up, we got DVD revenue bringing in about 18 million. Now that was in the red. That's in the little downy dumps right there, down 12%. So DVDs, once again, the cheap, convenient option, not bringing in as much revenue as those HD formats out there, but they're still selling, just not really calling a high price right there. But now looking at the Blu-ray revenue, we got them bringing in 24 million of that revenue pot. And of course, it's up. Wow, double take I had to do right there. 18%. 18%. Oh, woo! Yay, that will get you in the green right there. Love to see Blu-ray, 4K if they're combining the two there. I don't know still. But anyway, HD formats there. Ooh, I love to see them up 18% as in comparison to the same week a year ago. So happy to see some things in the green here. Mixture of green and red, perfect for the holiday season. I love that color combination there. But there we go. You guys are going to have to let me know now in the comments below if any of these revenue sale numbers shocked you, if any of the market share breakdown shocked you. That one didn't, but who knows? Maybe you're new here. And then, of course, what about the 4Ks that sold? Which 4Ks did you pick up? And were you surprised that Oppenheimer was #1? Should we have been surprised? I don't think so. But you guys got to let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this physical media topic, bombard the next video right now. And thank you so much, my Mega Membership supporters.